All right, chat. We're here with another Pioneer League for you. Today, we're going to be playing a little bit of Artifact Aggro. I don't name the decks. Don't blame me. It's a really mopey sounding deck name. Let's call it Michiko's Reign of Terror. There we go. That's pretty fun. So this is a base white deck with mostly artifacts, but we do have a bunch of white spells in the main deck and sideboard. Uh, as you can see, we do have a slight red splash off the lands, but the red is literally just for activated ability of Bomat Courier, an artifact creature that's easy to cast, as well as casting a sideboard card called Showdown of the Scalds. Showdown of the Scalds is a great way to generate a bunch of card advantage against things like Rakdos midrange, which are potentially problematic for aggro decks. This just generates a burst of card advantage, as well as a bunch of extra counters and stuff if you can do it. This card goes really well in decks that can play a bunch of spells for cheap. And our deck does that very well. Tons of 1-drops and 0s. Most of our 2-drops find other things to play, get bigger. And then last but not least, the big payoff is going to be Michiko's Reign of Truth. This card, it's kind of like in Soul Artifact that doesn't leave you vulnerable to spot removal. The backside is just a huge creature. This card, honestly, has just been insane every time I've ever cast it. So, big fan of Michiko's Reign of Truth. This is a Michiko's Reign of Truth aggro deck. We also have 2 copies of All the Glitters. This is kind of like your backup extra copies of Michiko's Reign. You put this on an Ornithopter, you hit for 5 damage. Even if the Ornithopter dies, you still kind of keep Shrapnel Blasted them. Speaking of Shrapnel Blast, some versions of this have played Shrapnel Blast in the past. I'm curious to see if the deck wants to be more interactive with things like Portable Hole instead of going more explosive with things like the Shrapnel Blast. We'll just have to wait and see. I like the Portable Holes because they work nicely with Ingenious Smith being able to find removals clutch. Mana base, 4 Mutavaults, the creature land. Most of our cards are colorless, so that's fine. Every other land taps for white except for Roadside Reliquary, a land that can turn into 2 cards if you have an artifact and an enchantment. It's kind of like one of those Horizon lands from Modern, except a little bit more powerful if you have an extra card type in play, specifically Michiko's Reign of Truth or All the Glitters. Sideboard, we got Hushbringer. This is to prevent ETBs. Glass Casket, extra removal spells to go along with Portable Hole. Definitely Silence against the Combo and Phoenix decks. Rest in Peace versus the Graveyard decks. And then the 4 Showdowns, of course, as well as our companion, Giganta. Anyway, that is Artifact Aggro. Let's go and get to the league. All right, our hand is pretty aggressive. We got a couple Ginger Brutes to start. Patchwork Automaton. We are on the draw. We do have Portable Hole if they're aggressive, though. We just pop off on their first creature, then turn 2 Patchwork Automaton, and then follow it up with a couple Ginger Brutes, or maybe Ginger Brute plus Michiko. You name a deck with ETBs, and I'll tell you where Hushbringer comes in, Timber Crown. Uh-oh. Rakdos, or no, sorry, Gruul Beatdown. I'm gonna go ahead and Portable Hold that fool. Portable Hold that fool. Bang. All right, let's see what our opponent has for follow-ups. Another Elvish Mystic and a Lovestruck Beast. Okay. Ingenious Smith. We'll go and play Patchwork Automaton. It's gonna be hard for them to kill, but even if they kill it, it's not too big of a deal. We're gonna try to get it big quickly. Next turn, we'll probably go Ingenious Smith plus Ginger Brute. Maybe play something off the Ingenious Smith if we find it. Sanu Mammoth, not really a big deal. He definitely should have attacked. All right, let's play Ingenious Smith. Ornithopter, okay. We'll pump this thing. I think I'm not going to attack because they'll definitely just trade Kazandu. Next turn, we'll just go Michiko's Reign on probably Ornithopter. Just get in. Play Ginger Brute. Easy take. Play this on white. Guess I play this on 1. Get an extra damage. This is definitely coming in. This can come in. They can trade. I'm fine with that. Michiko's Reign of Terror. Alright, so cracked. Next turn, we can draw 2 cards off of this. If you're playing the Arsenal Atlanta, would you play? It's a little far away from right now, so I don't know exactly. But if I had to pick right this moment, I'd pick my Boros deck with Wedding Announcement on the board. I think it's legit great. All right, we're gonna target the Scoos, and I'm gonna attack with everybody, I think, and then draw 2 cards off Reliquary. I guess I should draw 2 cards now in case I draw land plus spell to play. Any trade here is fine. They take 8 down to 7. Michiko's is going to flip into a big thing. We got Eater plus Portable Hole. And this is about to flip into a big baddie. I guess this means they have Coco. Oh, they didn't have Coco. Okay. All right. Glasket coming in. Seems like they didn't have any ETBs, but Glasket seems good. Take care of their big boys. They're 3 drops. This is a matchup where Shadowsphere is pretty good. Eater, Virtue, Ghostfire Blade. These are cards that I'm not the hugest fan of, but I think more than anything, I think Bomat Courier can come out. And I think I might bring in a couple of Showdowns. I feel like the board can get gummed up. Showdown's not great, but they're going to get a lot more interactive after board. Maybe you have like Reclamation Sage type shit. Something like Showdown could help us like churn through all that interaction. Seems like they're going to try to be playing defense anyway. All right, no lander. One of the prettiest no landers I've seen in a minute, though. Keep this one. I'm going to put back Shadow Spear, I think. Maybe a Stone Coil. Stone Coil doesn't seem that great in this matchup. All right, they got the Liberator. Gonna play this. It's gonna be a little hard for them to kill. They have to spend 3 mana to kill it, so we might have a turn or two where we can get this juiced up and start swinging in. The backside of this is terrifying, right? Love Struck Boost. That's a big boy. Get the Shadow Spear down. I want to make sure I can trigger Ingenious Myth as much as I can. We're gonna play for a slightly longer game. The Shadow Spear plus some of my buff effects could allow me to race a large creature, but with the Outland Liberator chilling there, it's gonna be a little tough. I'm gonna offer a block. I think this is a fine offer of a block. Ember Cleave. Well, we're not gonna beat that one probably. Wasn't expecting the old Ember Cleave. How could you? How could you possibly? That's a lot of damage coming in. 12. And they blow up Shadow Spear. Okay, okay. Just concede. It's okay. All right, well, it seems like they're not that interactive. The Ember Cleave stuff is just kind of out of control. I still don't really want Bomat Courier, though, so I think I'll leave the Showdowns. Just a couple. on the play, maybe they'll be better. Maybe we'll draw Springleaf Drum and be able to explode out onto the battlefield a bit better. This sounds pretty decent. We'll keep. Bonus on 4. Might be an easy win. Never feels good to have to mulligan before, I'll tell you that much. But their deck does have a lot of cards that can generate 2-for-1s, you know, Love Struck Beast and like. Maybe they have some really powerful sideboard cards against us. Get off with the drum. We can go turn 2, 2/2 Stone Coil into Portable Hold and an Elf or something. Alright, no play from them. I'll go ahead and play a 2/2 though. They don't do anything next turn. We can still fire up a Mutavault and attack. We can also play Portable Hole on a 2-drop. Give a Gigantha in hand. Maybe it's Gigantha in hand plus. Okay. I think putting Gigantha in hand is better than attacking for 2 with a Mutavault. Excuse is fine. I don't think it's worth to play MICHIKO'S here. I'm going to wait. But maybe it's worth because we have the glitters. And now we'll just do Smith plus Casket. I'm going to swing on it for 12. Might have been worth to just play Gigantha first, but if they don't have a way to kill this, they just lose. Easy. 1 out. Alright. This hand seems okay. Opponent did not reveal a companion. Could be anything. Zaggoth Triumph. We're gonna go drum, that way we go turn 2 Ingenious Smith Ginger Brute, get a counter attack. Oh, it can only take Portable Hole, that's fine. Now we're gonna have very many targets, but it could be something we just play to trigger the Ingenious Smith. I go to the leagues. So far, so good. We got dunked on when we were playing creativity. Mostly my own fault. But we switched decks and now we're having a better time. That doesn't mean that we're winning more or anything. We did win our first match, but I enjoy the play patterns of a deck like this a bit better than creativity. Are we going to play a big boy? Instead of attacking for 1, we're going to put an extra counter on our Stone Coil. Hope it doesn't die to a Fatal Push. Why they always got to have 2 Fatal Push in the top 12 cards, man? You know? Yeah, my combo playing days are long gone. That's fair. Solarian Terror is an interesting one. The old 3-mana 5/5. I am not a true combo player. I have played combo control quite a bit in the past. I know how to leverage a combo to force your opponent into playing a certain way, but I do not like being at the mercy of my opponents at all times. Kind of feel like trading. I don't know what's in their deck, and like I just feel like I'm not gonna have many options to do something like that again. Guess I'll just play another big boy. I know that they don't have Treasure Cruise in their deck because they're playing Terror, right? So I don't have to be afraid of like a big burst of card advantage. So trading is like fine-ish. You know, they probably play way more like a Delver deck than they do like a Phoenix deck. My big deal is I don't like one card combos, Z-Score. I don't like creativity. I don't like Scape Shift. I actually used to love Scape Shift. So I'm just wrong. So they just play Terror before they play their fucking digs and cruises or whatever? That's super weird. Oh well. I just figured they'd be finding other ways to gain card advantage. I don't know. Now that we drew Shadow Spear, if they attack with Terror again, I'll just take it. If they hold back to block and trade, we'll just go for Shadow Spear attack. But I feel like if they have push or whatever, they're just going to push attack and not worry about it. All right. Well, now I feel fairly comfortable doing this. Now, they could untap and kill it for sure. They could have a number of ways. But the damage is mostly done. We dealt them a ton of it. And this thing has pseudo protection from like abrupt decay and whatnot. So there's a chance that even if they have a removal, it can't target this. They've already gone through multiple fatal push. I'm really good at leveraging that kind of thing, Z-Score. Like I love my Wilderness Reclamation decks. I love my Delver decks. You know, I'm a big fan of Is It, but one card combo stuff just never really got me. I love Torrential Gear Hulk, but I don't really like doing Creativity Gear Hulk. Just too cheeky. All right, so I'm gonna just force Showdown. I feel like they're just gonna, and then 2 Rest in Peace, and then we're gonna cut Portable Hole. I'm gonna cut the Shadow Spear, and I don't want to trim a Glitters, but maybe I'll trim a Drum. Drum is much better with Showdown though, so maybe I keep it. Could trim a Lands. I'm gonna trim a Glitters though. Glitters against a black deck is much worse. Just after sideboards specifically. But even in game 1, it's not that good. You got to kind of wait and wait and wait and play it as your last thing. There, we got lucky because they burned 2 Fatal Push in the first 3 turns. I love Ingenious Smith, man. I think that card's so good. Somebody, did you ever see the OG Kiln Fiend deck that Jerry built? That was playing Ground Rift and Niv Magus Elemental in Modern? Want to talk about a heater? That deck was a fucking heater. Niv Magus. Get Mr. Bowman up there, up and running. So, the very first constructed round was like round 4. And Jerry turns his match slip in roughly 7 minutes. And I forgot who it was, but it was one of like the WotC guys. Was just like, "Oh God, you're done already?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's just like, "Did you break it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then Jund was just a big problem for the deck, but otherwise, good stuff. We're gonna go and play Patchwork because it dodges Fatal Push here. If they want to kill the Bowman, that's fine. Next turn, we Ingenious Smith. Maybe play a 1/1 Stone Coil. Maybe play Mutavault. We'll figure it out. But he went over and like watched Brad. Brad was still playing, and he knew they were on the same deck. And then like Brad just like beat the brakes off somebody. And it was Larrabee, Scott Larrabee. Larrabee is just like, "Oh man, I think we got a problem." Well, that's a bummer. Wasn't expecting to get censored. Was not expecting to get censored, chat. Was trying to play sneaky. Got punished. If they play the big guy, I'm maybe in some trouble. We can't really get over it right a second. Yeah, Goryo's Vengeance be having days like that, Z-Score, where you just have the nuts every time. I top 16 to Grand Prix once with Goryo's, and I just felt invincible, you know? Alright, let's hope they don't have a sweeper. If they have a sweeper, we can still jam on them with a few Mutavaults, or go like Gigantha hand attack with one Mutavault. Kinda hoping they just kill something. The fact that they don't kill something is actually scary. Sanction event on even Stevens. Whatever. Michiko's Rain at basically any points, potentially lethal. If they play a big blocker here, so we can't attack a Mutavault, we'll just attack with Ginger, put this in hand, something like that. I don't understand the Zagoth Triumphs yet. I wonder if they have the Scry 2 draw with Kicker that puts a land into play. Seems strange. If Zagoth is just there to cycle, that seems weird because I haven't seen a green card yet. I got a turn 2 kill on camera at that Grand Prix. It was fun. Alitas! Do they have another Fatal Push, chat? That's the question. Fatal Push number 3. Guess we could have threatened one more damage last turn by activating the other Mutavault, and then instead of equipping here, we equip here. This feels like a very obvious either I'm dead or I have the 1-mana removal spell. And I really don't I don't really know what to do. Like if they let me untap, straw. Okay, so that doesn't change anything. So we can just spend a mana. I just have a feeling they have it, right? So like I don't know, but I guess if I go the other way, it's just so embarrassing. Alright, looks like they have F6, but maybe not. Okay, GG. Hand is potentially cracked with a land, but potentially non-functional. So a tough spot. Do I keep and hope for the best, or do I mulligan? Opponent has kept 7. I think our best bet's to keep 7. In the dark, on the draw. Agadeem's Awakening. Oh no. Alright, immediately found the land. Never punished. Never punished. Do we Bowmat just to get some cards under it? Probably. In case we find another red source. I should have played Mutavault first instead of this. I knew that I'm going to do this, though. Alright, so there looks like they're probably mono black. We'll Ingenious Smith post combat. We'll attack first. Love me some Ingenious Smith. I feel like we have a lot of one artifact piles with Ingenious Smith where we just never actually get a true decision. Removal spell on Ingenious Smith's fine for me. Shambling Ghast. Okay. Alright, we'll play Springleaf Drum, put a counter on it. We'll play white. Play Portable Hole. Hope they don't have the 1 mana sack thingy that lets them kill the Bomat. Excellent. All right, we got a lot of cards under Bomat now. Next turn, we can maybe pop our hand if we want to. They want to kill the Bomat, that's fine. All right, that's fine. We'll just Michiko's Rain and just pop them for 1,000 while they're low on mana. Next turn, we animate Mutavault or target Ginger Brute, one of the two. Spread our damage around a bit. All right, definitely a showdown matchup. I think I'm going to Glass Casket as well. I don't really know what all's in their deck. See, they did show the gas. Maybe they're Rakdos Sack. Maybe the Rakdos Sack with the Shambling Gas. Maybe we do both these. And then we can just cut some 1 toughness things. Shadow Sphere seems bad. I like the 2 of these. Maybe these 10 come in. Trim a Springleaf. Maybe trim Glitters. Maybe we don't want the casket. I'm not 100%. I mean, this is going to have hits, though, so it's probably not that bad. This just feels like we're boarding a lot. Like, our Genius Myths are going to get a lot worse, and the Genius Myth's, like, one of the best cards in the matchup. Because it's easy 2-for-1s. Maybe we just, like, hedge our bets, only bring in a couple Hushbringers. Or maybe, like, 3 Hushbringer, 3 Showdown. Just because we're unsure. Thinking Zombies with the Infinite Lily combo. All right, well, that still makes most of these cards good. All right, we'll kind of just hedge our bets. I like Michiko still. I'm going to keep the Portable Holes. Yeah, I don't know what any of the infinite combos are, so I'm not going to think about it too much. We got to mull this one, unfortunately. Not having Darksteel Citadel seems like a punt, right? Darksteel Citadel to find off of Ingenious Smith seems nice. Maybe we just play mono white because of that and just don't play Bomat. Don't play Showdown, we play Wedding Announcement instead. And then we get to play Darksteel Citadel so that we have more hits. We'll keep this one. Not a big fan of Stone Cold Serpent in general, but in this hand it's certainly not that great. I'm going to go ahead and play Ginger Brute, but I'm not going to offer the trade. Just because they just get a treasure, right? So Siddle's bad against Karn, though? Sure. Finding, like, having 4 more artifacts in your deck for your guy for free is great, though. Like, if we miss on that guy early, it just seems so bad, right? Like, Karn's already good against us. Not a lot we can do about it, but... No! My one weakness. Discard Michiko's, I think. Keep Showdown. Noxious Grasp, my man. I got so few white creatures in my deck. Shieldred. Yeah, yo. Alright, so Hushbringer's got to come out. Well, Tombird. The card Shrapnel Blast is very good when people are like playing combo and shit. Much worse when other things are happening. Interactive things. It's like not very good against Rakdos, right? Okay, baby. I don't know why I didn't play Ornithopter. Lost the game because of it easily. It's fine. I just hit F6. Alright, so what do we want? Showdown. Let's cut these hushes. They're just like mono black shit. Mono black shitters. We'll get a Bowmat into play early here and start beating down. Get some cards under him. Next turn, we'll play 2 Ginger Brutes probably instead of Michiko. Hopefully we draw land so we just get to curve nicely. The Shambling Gas is like terrifying. Dress is okay. We have 2 Michikos. Like obviously Michiko's is great, but we'll target Ginger Brute here so our Bowmat Carrier sticks around for a little while longer. I didn't have the hit. That's great news. Lily minus. We'll sack Ginger. I killed the Lily. Plan on playing a slightly longer game. We could have went Ginger, attack, kill Lily. I'm going to sack the Automaton, I believe. We'll say go. If they go for a Wrath or something, we'll just pop Bowmat and draw 4, draw 5. We lose 2 of our better cards, but I think that's okay. So +5, we'll do it on the Ginger Brute, and then they have to block one of the 5s. They take 6 or 7. All right, 3-0. Aggro God? No. No. Don't start that. We'll keep this one. I think I'm going to go controversial opinion, I'm sure. Springleaf Drum. No Ornithopter. That way we can put as many counters on Patchwork as we can. JP Squiggles. Portable Hole. Bummer. We're playing a mirror match. Yeah, less all in, Tonber. So right when they printed Michiko's Rain Lunal, they had a version that was Insole and Michiko's. And slowly we all started to figure out that Insole was like the worst card. Because it just left you insanely vulnerable to interaction. Nowadays it's just like not so bad, you know? Alright, so they're blue-white control-ish. So let's go bonk. Bonk. Target the portable hole. Use drum. Play this. Now I can equip here. Slam on them. The portable hole was just to give us like one more. Okay, they have 6 on accident or something. Not sure. Okay, so let's say blue eye control. Let's get the portable holes out of our deck. Bring in showdown. Easy swap. Don't need rest in peace. Don't want death casket. It's all beat downs all the time. Trolls rough. Good luck. Can be. It's much easier when they don't do anything and F6 on their own turn. Here we'll go Mutavault Ginger, start the early beatdowns. We have Showdown in hand, which is nice. We resolve them. Why sad? It's great news for me. Orthops a good draw. It does an extra damage with Michiko. Threatens an extra damage with Michiko. It's probably getting censored or whatever. Everything's always getting censored these days. Welcome to 1984. Population, my mom. I wonder if I should just put Gigantha in hand this turn. That's a bummer. I didn't think they had many things that could hit the land. Oh well. 3 cards in hand. Let's see what they do. I was hoping they would just burn this, but now we got to be really, really aware of what you calls it. The Planeswalker. We'll attack with Ginger Brute. They'll make a 2/2. We'll activate, or they'll minus, and we'll just let it happen. Thank God we have 2 planes in our deck. I was about to be big sad. We get verdicted here. That'll just leave the door open for Showdown. Hopefully we can just resolve some Showdowns the next few turns. We have an Ornithopter off this. I'll play it. We do. Go ahead and get it down. 2 lands. We can play 1 next turn and a Ghostfire Blade and another Showdown. And then the second Showdown might be super good. You call your subs Tanderthals? No. It's Todd Squad. Alright. Bang on them a little bit. Them countering that instead of Showdown number 2 is very good for me. Now we can just play a bunch of shit off the top next turn. Just play like all 4 of them basically. And we just get massive counters on Mutavault and Ornithopter. Maybe this deck should be playing main deck Showdown. Main deck Showdown might be sick. Showdown in general might be fucked up. Ooh, main phase Deluge. Showdown's nuts, yeah. Seems pretty good here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the drum is free. Alright. Lands. Play the drum. 2 counters on the Ornithopter. Genius Smith, or crap. Patchwork. Messed up. Guess we just take a gingerbread? I don't know. Hey, patchwork. I'm gonna go for the kill and just hope they don't have the 1-mana thing, because I'm gonna play Stone Coil as well. Oh, I missed. God damn it. It wasn't lethal. They're maybe dead to Mutable next turn, though, now. I saw it, right? And I just didn't click it. I just clicked too fast. I thought it was lethal. Hey, easy. 4-0. First to recognize you. What are you talking about? Swamp King is the best. Salkanath, Swamp King, and me are like fucking this. You know? When we were in the womb, our peepees were touching. That's how close me and Salkanar are. Oh, here's our true test, chat. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose. Well, Swamp King was already kind of a bad dude, so you're just joining the winning bad side. That's fine. What are the previous matchups in the league? You can go watch the VODs, man. I don't know. Played the gamut. A bunch of different weird shit, though. Like a mono black deck, a blue white deck, and then I don't remember the other two. Doesn't look good. I feel like our opponent is about to just play Karn and ruin our whole life. Which side's the bad side? I don't know. No! It's my fault, really. I guess I could just not have a way to crew it. Some chance they have no way to crew it. Oh, looky there. You win. All right. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I don't want to deafening silence them. I don't really have a ton for the matchup. I don't think I should showdown them. Don't think we have time. Karn shuts down Springleaf Drum. I don't know. So we get an early explosive draw with some beatdowns. Our Springer's nuts. All doesn't stop Cavalier, right? Is that it? I just don't think that's good enough. Stops Troll? What, from dying? You think a Troll's gonna die? Jesus Christ. Fine. Fine. I'll show you how bad it is. It's not gonna do anything. It's gonna be a 2-mana 1/2 flying lifelink. They're just gonna play fucking huge creatures, and I can't attack them all. Look, sometimes you just gotta show them, you know? I'll show you. I mean, Cure is mostly there for mana. The draw card ability is not that good in this matchup. We're not like grinding them out, you know? You think a 2-mana 1/2 flyer is strong for you against mono green? Do you lose against mono green a lot? That's my question. I think I just hit 2 elves. Gas coming in with the 27 months. Thanks for the support. You only lost 1 out of 4 games when you drew Hushbringer. Okay. I'm giving it a shot, you know? Whatever. My gut's just screaming at me. Cut that card, you know? Some Mana Trader's code. Should be Tandy 10. If that doesn't work, let me know. They do make me swap the code out a bunch, but I think I got them to keep that one for a while. Needs the link as well. Oh, wait, no, I think the link is just a link to Mana Traders. No worries. Stormy. Storm and Norman. Maybe Lunal. If I do that, I think I lose. So they hit a big boy. I guess if they block with Cavalier, they just get to Storm again next turn. Maybe there's a bad attack. Yeah. Wonder if there's ever a world where I'm just not supposed to cast it twice on turn 2 or on turn 4 or whatever to kill the elves. I should just save it for the troll. Well, all races are contextual, right, Lunal? So if I offer them the ability to chump block and they take it, you know, then that means that I have probably made a mistake. Whenever your opponent chooses to chump block to ramp or whatever, you know. Wolfalo Forest. All right, we got a good shot. I'm going to fire up Muta. Probably. Hopefully we draw a Michiko's something. We can do it to here. They want to trade Elf for the small Ginger Brute. That's fine with me. They can probably flash back next turn the Storm, right? They're at 4. I have very few ways to punch through the last point of damage here, though. Hushbringer stops all your shit too, though, right? You ever bring in should I side out Ingenious Smith? I'm gonna bring it in. All right, very fun. I wish I would just ban this fucking deck so we can play more stuff. You know how cool it'd be to play against more mid-range decks instead of this fucking Storm of the Festival dog shit, man. All right, so they have Karn. We can no longer win because we can't activate Ginger Brutes. Plus, they're just gonna blow up my shit. All right, you win. I'm out. See ya. All right, pay the doubters.